Good morning, all of you. Today I am in online class, and the chapter is the seven diversity in living organism. So, in the context of this chapter, diversity in living organism, and we have read too many topics related to Plantae, kingdom Plantae. In Plantae, we have read the Thallophyta, Bryophyta, and Pteridophyta. Now we have to start the another kingdom, Animalia. As we know that Animalia is eukaryotic and they are multicellular, and at the multicellularity level we have to talk about the different phylums which are included in the animal kingdom. So in animal kingdom we have to talk about the first topic, the porifera. As the porifera, its name is giving the direct meaning that pori means that many pores means teeny holes, and the pheron means the bearing, the living organism in which the body surface has the many teeny pores on its the body surface, that is called the ostia. And after that, this ostia is very helpful in the organism, porifera organism, species of the porifera organism. So these teeny pores has the most important role. When the water enters through these teeny holes or ostia, this makes the water canal system inside the body of the porifera, and this ultimately these water canals meet at the central point, that is called the spongocoel. So whatever the food particles that is present into the porifera body, and these like the bacteria and other food particles, these are being ingested, and as a nutrition point of view, that is important in the porifera. When the food is digested completely, and after that these are released through the water conducting cell, that is called the spongocoel. After that, this is called the osculum. Through the osculum, this is taken out. Now one thing is that another, what is the body of the yes, that porifera species are, they having the two layers in the germinal layers. So germinal layers is the two, that is called the diploblastic, and their body are cylindrical. So after that, the body is diploblastic. So one outer layer is the first is the epidermis, and second one is the endodermis as a gastrodermis. So the teeny pores, the osculum, and the body is the radial symmetry, and their body are asymmetric. They do not possess any symmetry. So their body are asymmetrical, and after that there are nerve cells. They are not present into the porifera, and sensory cells and the nerve cells are absent in the porifera. So when we talk about the porifera, now that sexes are separate, how they maintain their life processes and how they maintain their existence on this land. Then the porifera also perform the reproduction process. So there are two type of the process of the reproduction that take place in the porifera. First is the asexual mode of reproduction that completes by the fragmentation process and the or the fusion process. In the fragmentation or fusion process, one body parts of porifera, especially like the cycone, they have the splitting their body parts where they are the weaker section of the body of the cycone. From there, they are splitted into many fragments, yani many bits, and now these many bits, they are, now you can see that this is the figure. This is the figure of that one is cycone. This is the figure of the cycone. You can see the cycone. This is the figure. Okay, and the cycone, this is the figure. In that figure we can see that these are the body of the cycone, and they split, and after splitting their body parts into too many fragments, and ultimately they form the another new cycones of the porifera phylum. And another thing is that they have the sexual mode of reproduction. In the sexual mode of reproduction, they form the gametes or the egg, female egg, and the male sperm. So these male sperm and the female egg, they are found on the same individual. Let it is the one individual of the cycone. The one place there will be the male gamete, male reproductive organ. Second place there will be the female reproductive system. And so these are also known as the monoecious. In monoecious organism, the one individual they possess the male gamete and with the female gamete, and they are also called the hermaphrodite. They are called the hermaphrodite due to the presentation of the male and female sex on the same individual. So these are the process of the reproduction in the porifera. Now another thing is that the another phylum that is called the Coelenterata. Now we have to talk about the what is the Coelenterata. This the another phylum is the Coelenterata. In Coelenterata, we will read about that where it is habitat and what is the another name. The another name of the porifera is the Cnidarians. Cnidarians. As the Cnidarians is telling, the why its name is the Cnidarians. The reason is that it has the nidoplast to sting the cell or the any prey when they come into the contact of the Coelenterata. So these are the stinging cell, and the when we start about the porifera, after porifera we have to start Coelenterata. Coelenterata, the other name of Coelenterata is Cnidarians. So there was a one biologist, this name was the Peysonnel, Peysonnel, Peysonnel in 1723, and there was another biologist whose name was the Tremblay, Trembley in 1744. Both the combined proved that the Coelentrates are called the Cnidarians. And after that there was another biologist whose name was the Leucart, Leucart. In he's proved that Cnidarians are Coelentrates. And after that there was a Hatchsack in 1888 termed the Coelenterata as the Cnidarians. And after that there are 9,000 species of the Coelenterata are available. So mostly the Coelentrates are the aquatic, and they mostly live into the marine water. Some they live into the fresh water like the hydra. And after the body wall is variable, and they have the different variables forms, and the in Obelia there is a one species of Obelia. In Obelia they have the trimorphic body forms. The first is the polyp, second is the blastocyst, and after that third number the medusae. So these are the three forms. When there are the many forms, body forms, that is variable, they are called the polymorphism. That is polymorphism. And after that in the Coelentrates, the body is the symmetrical, radial symmetry. So at every radii it can be divided into the distinct parts of the Coelentrate body. Now the germ layer is the diploplastic. So ectoderm and the endoderm. So between these two, ectoderm and endoderm, so we can say that the ectoderm is formed by the epidermis and the endoderm is called the gastrodermis. In the epidermis there are the nematocysts, and these nematocysts have the stinging cell. So stinging cell, they sting the any food prey when they come into the contact of the hydra, and they paralyze or neutralize the food prey. And after that these food prey are being catched by the tentacles. There are 5 to 8 tentacles that is present into the hydra, and they take the nutrients, food prey, and after that they engulf in their body, and there are some hydrolytic enzyme in the body of hydra. They digest it properly, so nutrition completes. After that nematoblast, we are telling the nidoblast. So nidoblast is the stinging cell. So in the nidoblast there are the nidocells, they have the spines. These all are capable to neutralize, sting the food or prey, and these are the helpful in the hydra or Coelentrates. Now the digestion is extracellular and as well as the intracellular, two type. But when the respiration point of view, the respiration is something different. They are the body surface by the diffusion process, the respiration and excretion that both take places. They have the two type of the reproduction, asexual mode of reproduction and sexual mode of reproduction. In asexual mode of reproduction, the hydra, at the body of the hydra, some birds come out, and these birds are capable to um, make the new individual of hydra. So when birds have the different the nuclear part, cytoplasm part, so new birds which grow from the outside of the body wall of the hydra, they are detached and they become the new hydra body. So these are the Ceylon traits. And after that we have to talk about the another phylum. This phylum is Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes is the most important the phylum. In the phylum, the body of animal is in this group more complexly designed, and they are the flat. Platy means flat, and after that helminthes means the body. When the body is the flat, they are called the Platyhelminthes. So in the Platyhelminthes, the body is divided into two parts. Thus, they are the bilateral symmetrical, and their germinal layer are the triploblastic and ectoderm, mesoderm, and they have the endoderms. And after that, they are well accommodated. They have the tissue level of organization. They are free living or parasitic. And the some examples of the parasitic animals like the liver fluke, and that can be given into your book NCRT. These are the planaria, liver fluke, and the tapeworm. So these causes the different the side effect over our body, and these are the process we have talked about. And after that there are the nematodes. The another phylum is the nematodes. The nematode body is bilateral symmetry. Nematodes are also called the Aschelminthes. Aschelminthes means that the body is the round worm. A round. This is the round worm. The body is the round. That's why it is called a round worm. The body is bilaterally symmetric. However, the body is the cylindrical in the shape, and there are tissue but no real organ. Coeloms are also present. There are very familiar parasitic worms that causes the disease in our body, like elephantiasis, filarial worms, and the worm in the intestine, roundworm or the pinworm. Some examples are the Scaris and Wuchereria. So today we have discussed these all the phylum like Porifera, the Coelenterata, as well as the last one Platyhelminthes and nematodes. Thank you for watching and listening this the video. Thank you.